I kind of felt when I came back, I kind of felt a responsibility, kind of like the other feature, to write at least one piece in a classic Irish form. So this one is called The Poet. A Vancouver geezer flew to the land of St. Patrick for inspiration to write grand words poetic. He gazed in the stars, he searched in the bars, but came home with only a limerick.
I like it.
This is probably my favorite piece that in the book, called Nead On A Sunday. We drove from Port McGee in the rain, my sons Michael and Willie and me, past Yates's old place at Torvalley to arrive at last at Knockswain. 17th century thatch roof cottages on the Connemara Heaths, run by Charlie Troy and his wife as a heritage Airbnb. Charlie, we said as he settled us in, we're on the hunt for the best cottage pie. Our host stroked his bushy mustache for a bit, then smiled and pointed his thumb. You turn right at the highway and you go down to Spittle on the shore of Galway Bay. There's a place in the corner, I don't know the name, but they'll set you up with your pie. And it's Sunday, so they ended to have music at 6. It's about 2 doors further along. The Nead was already crowded, but folks made space for 3 more seats at the bar. The musicians had already gathered and tuned fiddles, borans, flutes, and guitars. Between the 2 fiddlers sat a young lad, still in his pimple-faced years, strumming his new boran with pride while an older drummer encouraged him on. And guitar players dueled and people sang songs I've not heard before. Not the diddly-eye stuff they play down in Dublin to entertain the Yanks, but real Celtic songs, spirited jigs and reels that stirred my own Irishness. At a bit of a break, the musicians rested. Someone called across the room, "Mary, will you give us a song?" And everyone turned to look to an elder lady seated by the bar. Mary had a beauty that comes with age. Her eyes still had the twinkle of youth. In her hair, strands of gold mixed with the white, she wore a bright springtime suit. Her half-hearted refusals each were met with the persistent coaxing chorus, she could not stand without a cane, so sang from her stool instead. As the first high, steady notes left her throat, the barman stopped pulling pints. All eyes, all ears focused on her clear, sweet voice, still strong despite her years. She sang an old Irish ballad, one she'd heard a long time ago. A single guitar found her key and quietly played in harmony. Mary sang in the Irish language, but I could still follow her story along. The song was about love and longing, a song of the land and the sea, a song about the Irish heart, a song of tragedy. Halfway through she stumbled when her aging memory failed. All remained bound in the spell. No one winced or picked up a glass. The guitar played back the last 2 bars and settled into a steadying chord until the words came back and her voice took flight even stronger than before. When she was done, tears streamed down even strong men's cheeks. Pints were hoisted with a cheer. Mary dipped a little bow and took a sip of port. And when the evening had ended and we were back at Knockswain, my boys and I stood outside and smoked cigars in the rain.